Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you what are the tips on how to perform the best in annotated bibliography. First of all, let me explain what is called annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography gives an account of the research that has been done on a given topic. It provides a concise summary of each source and some assessment of its value or relevance. An annotated bibliography may be one stage in a larger research project, or it may be an independent project standing on its own. An annotated bibliography must be a complete written paragraph that is free of plagiarism. It is also a well-paraphrased paragraph that displays both contents and grammatical accuracy. It is also an eloquently written paragraph that contains a wide range of sentence structures and vocabulary. Here are the 5 tips to perform the best in annotated bibliography. First, citation. Cite the source in a specific referencing format such as APA 6th edition on top of the annotation written in one paragraph. If you have chosen APA 6th edition as the referencing format, you have to follow APA 6th edition guidelines. So, what are the guidelines? First, you need to use hanging indentation. All lines after the first line of each entry is indented 0.5 inches from the left margin. Second, the surname is followed by the initials of all authors of a text. Third, for multiple sources of the same author, list them in the same order as done in the text. Fourth, the title of the source is written in italics. Fifth, for books, chapters, articles, or web pages, you need to capitalize the first letter of the first word, the first letter of the word after a colon or dash, and proper nouns. Sixth, for journal titles, you need to capitalize all major words of the title. Seventh, punctuation marks such as full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, and capital letters must be written carefully. There are 2 types of sources: print sources and electronic sources. Both sources have different formats. Please remember. After you have written the reference correctly, next is introductions. Introduce the article such as its overview, objective, target readers, publication details, author's details, and type of text organization. In the introduction section of the annotation, you may include the following details. First, overview of the article. This statement is usually in one sentence, which includes the main idea or central idea of the academic piece of work. It informs the reader what the source is about without reading the full annotation. Second, objective or purpose of the article. The objective or purpose for writing the article may be to inform, to persuade, to convince, to create awareness, to warn, to remind, or to convince. Third, target readers or audience. You need to state what type of audience the author is addressing, whether a specific target audience or the general population. This may include educationists, curriculum planners, medical practitioners, legislators, teenagers, or parents. Fourth, publisher and publication details. The publisher can be, but is not the only indicator of the credibility and scholarliness of the ideas presented in the article. You may highlight if the source is revised and updated. Several printings and editions of a piece of work usually indicate that the work is credible and reliable. Fifth, author's details. Details about the author can be included if they are known, otherwise they can be omitted. and this can be optional information. These details may include background of biographic information of the author, such as author's credentials, author's nationality, educational background, area of research and writing interests, and also the reputation of the author's institution or organization, if relevant. Besides, authority of the author in his or her field of scholarship can be considered if the source is written within the author's areas of expertise. If the author is an authority or a specialist in that particular field, his or her works definitely are repeatedly cited in the related field. 6. Types of text organization. You may state whether the source is a conceptual paper or a research-based article. You may also mention whether the source is elementary, technical, or advanced for your purpose of writing. In addition, you may comment on the types of text organization, such as problem-solution order, cause-effect order, chronological order, general to specific order, topical, expository, or descriptive order. You may also highlight the types of academic works, such as conceptual article or research-based article. The next tips is about the main ideas. Include at least 5 main points of the text and paraphrase all these points with the inclusion of in-text citations in the same referencing format such as APA 6 edition. Remember to paraphrase all these points and do not plagiarize. Next, which is also the most difficult part, is called critical response. Analyze the articles about its strengths or weaknesses, logical organization, objective reasoning, author's tone, author's point of view, language used, and the comparison with other sources. Critical response is the main part of the annotation. It is an analysis of the ideas in the paper. First, let's look at the strengths or weaknesses of the article. If there is a lack of well-supported evidence, the author's claims can be questioned and are open to debate. Any salient information that is missing or variables that are overlooked should also be considered and noted in the analysis. Please pay attention to coherence. A good piece of writing flows coherently as the points are sequentially arranged and are easily to be followed, which make the text easy to read, unlike one which is choppy and repetitive. Next, logical organization of the article. You need to see how well the main ideas are presented and also analyze if these ideas are well supported with substantial evidence. If the information is based on a well-researched study, this will inform you that it is valid and reliable. Next, objective reasoning. Analyze the information carefully and distinguish between facts and opinion. You need to see how well the author presents his or her argument or case based on the facts and how these facts lead to his or her own opinions and arguments. Let's talk about author's tone or point of view. You may highlight and evaluate how the author presents his or her point of view. This can be known from the author's tone. For example, somber, encouraging, pessimistic, negative, persuasive, optimistic, positive, critical, judgmental, lopsided, biased, fair, impartial, or objective. Furthermore, let's look into author's use of language. You may also want to comment on the author's use of language, whether it is emotion-free or emotion-laden. Emotion-free language is known as denotative language. Academic texts are primarily written in denotative language. On the other hand, emotion-laden language is known as connotative language. You may also comment on the use of language such as simple, clear, free of jargon, reader-friendly, technical, difficult, or complex. Lastly, let's look into comparison with other sources. In order to write well, it is necessary to provide a comprehensive view of the issue being discussed by including different perspectives to the same topic. Let's try to make a comparison with other citations within the text. Show similarities in ideas and arguments to see to what extent the work updates and adds on the information in other materials. If there is a difference in opinions and stance taken, then it is important to note how this is justified. You may also comment on the use of citations in the article, whether it is relevant, current, or recent. Generally, citations within the last 10 years are usually considered to be current. Please include at least 4 in-text citations in the annotations. The last tip is article's role. Comment on the significance, impact, and implication of this article to your research as a whole. Please state why this work or article is significant. Do comment on how it helps to impact your work or research as a whole. Before you submit your work, please revise and edit your annotated bibliography. If you want to perform the best in annotated bibliography, please remember these 5 important tips. First, citation. Second, introduction. Third, main ideas. Fourth, critical response. And the 5th, article's role. I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.